Now, what do you mean by before this? Like before this part of the party, or before
Yeah,
the party itself?
like it's before this part of the party.
Okay, no, never mind.
Oh, wait, yeah, so I inspired myself on the initiative. Yeah, so I've had to inspire a lot to get things done.
Ba ba ba.
I can see if it works, but I don't
Ba
think it
ba
will.
Lexi. There we go. Now it's right. So when last we left our heroes, those they were negotiating over dinner. Negotiating what, you might ask? This why they were trying to get the Noxian crew in some sort of catch them in trouble with if the rulership of this fair city. But in the midst of their plot, they realized that they were simply the cog in a much bigger ploy, and now they are caught between in a rock and a hard place, and they're trying to figure out how to navigate this situation with all these nobles and important people around, and also well, do what they sought out to do. When we left off, the prince of this city had stated that the party had rescued him not from the clutches of the masked fools, but from the clutches of a notorious gang of thieves helmed by one Eddard Blackhand, of whom the party hasn't been heard or met. Now it's up to Dobat to see if he can turn this situation around.
Okay. So, as a bard, have I heard of this character at all?
Alright. Give me a history check.
9.
Give it to me at advantage. Because you have been snoozing around a bit.
That's 20.
Um, yes, you would have heard of the Black Hand Gang in passing. They're they're a thieves guild that mostly operates in the northern part of the desert. That they are mostly known for kidnapping, a slave trafficking, um, and the stealing of technologies and information in, from the tombs and cities and whatnot. Most of the time they're tolerated, but in some city states they are actively hunted down. Um, Eddard Blackhand is a very notorious criminal who has never been captured here, and whose face is like is it's his face isn't exactly publicly known. Only people in the know would know what he looks like. So, because if everyone knew what he looked like, he would simply just change his appearance and go around like that.
Oh. So
So,
he's got an ability akin to mana.
well, it's unknown. It's just that he has looked one way for, like, he's presumed to be human, but there are many magical ways that one can change their appearance and bypass any magical detection, like flesh sculpting and the like.
Okay. So, just to make sure, right now, so, and after the, we did have the drink, so friends is active.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, all that the princess said is instead of the masked fools, it was the Black Hand.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only difference. Everything else, the location, everything played out correctly, is the same.
Yes.
Okay. All right. After the toast, okay, I need to make sure how I want to phrase this. Okay. So as he kind of tilts the drink back forward, though a bit more information than the prince has known. While it may have been a Black Hand hideout, it was not entirely in possession of the Black Hand. And we went down there to save a few more of our friends, and who do we see as Dobat holds his hand forward? But some of the friends of our good pal Zoran and the masked fools. Having kidnapped a child. I'm trying to remember out of game. It was Debonair Jr., Dea,
And
and who else?
Calliope.
And Calliope. A child and two of our other friends who were simply minding their own business, tending to our cart. So he's gonna, so rather than outright, so basically Dobat's gonna go with, instead of outright declaring it wasn't the Black Hand at all, he's gonna say the Black Hand was involved, but it was mostly Zoran and the crew. Because I think it was an ex-Black Hand hideout, wasn't it?
Yes.
So yeah, that's how he's gonna spin that. Like, the Black Hand may have been involved and it was a Black Hand hideout, but it was mostly currently staffed by Zoran's crew.
It seemed to also, I believe it was also associated with Gold Crown because we had to use his coin in order to get in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Okay. Is Gold Crown a known thing?
He is not in, I believe.
Gold Crown operates out of Goldport. You guys don't really know much about him. You've never even really met the person. But you
We've
also
always seen him in passing.
But you also know, you saw his puppet.
That tried to, yeah.
His
And
puppet
claimed
was
one of
down
them.
there, and you do have one of those puppets.
Yeah, but that puppet is not with us currently, so. What I can do, in fact, in order to gain entry to that hideout, as he will reach into his pocket and pull out the coin, we had to use one of these.
Gold Crown. It's not unheard of for criminals to work together. Gold Crown is a known buyer and seller of contracts and people, which is why his business is not welcome here in my city.
And yet, the entrance was the back of a simple shop. And Dobat will give. Did we see the name of the shop that it was on the front side?
You wouldn't have. You probably would have looked at it. It was like some generic general goods store. Mono did mention that there were Noxian crates in the back of the store.
Yeah. So Dobat will continue, and he'll kind of describe where the store was. In fact, we even saw Noxian crates in that building. So there's a bit of something more going on here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a look at at Zorn and see what his expression is.
Alright. Dobat, give me a persuasion. Or was it diplomacy? It's one of those two.
It's persuasion in this system.
Alright, give me
Yep.
a persuasion. And Nissa, give me a investigation or insight, whichever one it is.
I'm putting that there for in case you need it.
Are you?
This shared experience one. In particular.
Yeah. I'm assuming because of friends, I'm at advantage.
Yes.
Correct. What is your bonus to persuasion?
It would just be my proficiency bonus.
Which is a 3.
Which, yeah, it should be a 3.
Okay.
I think is what our proficiency bonus
So
is.
I have.
Where do you see proficiency bonus?
It'll be like in the upper corner.
Below your character frame on the right side. You have initiative, walk.
Yeah, it's a 3. Yeah.
Yeah, at this level it's a 3. So I'll burn 2 co-op points on that because this was a technically shared experience. So I'll gain a +3, and this will be an advantage because. Okay, that is a 17. I will let that stand.
Alright. He will stroke his beard. Thoughtfully, but he doesn't seem to have entirely flipped.
Okay. And this thing.
Yeah, this will give me that.
Why is it not letting me click first?
If you want to do the same thing.
Give me a minute. I think it's frozen on me. It's not letting me. It's not pulling up the roll thing. When I click on. I think it's frozen. Let me. Oh no, there it goes. There it goes. Finally.
Yeah. If you want to use shared experience as well, my proficiency is a 3.
Yeah, might as well.
Oof.
Yeah, it's rolling really slow. It's not even showing me anything.
You nat 1'd.
It's not showing me anything here. I think I gotta restart it. 1 minute.
And I'm assuming that insight is just going to be a flat roll.
Computer.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a nat 1 for a 10.
It's running so slow.
Also, don't forget we do have their math proof.
Yeah, I was after whatever happens with Nissa, I was gonna have. Who has the mask currently? Is it Mana?
No,
Or who has it?
It'd be a Darby.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have that.
Okay. I think I'm back now. I don't know if it will. Did you want a perception check or an insight check?
It was.
I
Insight.
did perception.
Oh yeah, it would be an insight.
My bad. I thought you said perception there earlier.
If it was
Now I-
Pathfinder 2E, it would be perception since we don't have insight in that game. But
Yep. Okay.
Roll the insight.
Yep. Hopefully it will actually roll this time.
20.
Okay. For a 20, Zoran's smile has not changed, dropped, or twitched.
Yeah, we're definitely playing into his hand.
But Dobat's got to run with it. That's the problem.
Alright. Zoran will.
I will relay that information through
You
the
don't.
link.
Zoran,
Remember, we still have the psychic link up.
Oh, okay.
Zoran will raise his glass. You wound me, old friend. It deeply and truly. It seems as though you're implying that we had anything to do with the kidnappings. When in fact, heck, we were there doing the same thing that you were. Now, I can't speak for everything that occurred. It seems like you interrupted a battle between Gold Crown and one of my men, and poor Kevin over here, who has suffered quite grievous wounds because of that fight, and you, who, and my other allies, these are. They didn't bother you. They didn't fight you. They didn't hurt you unless they were attacked first. But you speak as if you were there the whole time and saw everything that happened before you entered each room. Why, that... Had you not interrupted me, this whole misunderstanding would have been cleared up. He'll raise his hand, and you'll see him. Brigella will place a. He
did make one fatal mistake there.
What?
Because he said that he is associated with, what's his name, which we all know committed a crime in the other kingdom that you could literally.
Yeah, yeah, I'm about to say I have two counters, but it's his turn.
Yep.
She will take out a platter, and she will lift it up, and you will see the head of you'll see a human head and a hand on the platter. You'll see the charred hand that has a silver ring melted into the flesh. And a pale face with black, short goatee and receding black hair that's been meshily pulled into a ponytail. And she will place this a little ways away from the tables in front of everyone. Behold, me and my crew were there to take out the Black Hand Gang, which we had it handily done, and before you even arrived. We were mopping up. I myself was gathering information and interrogating Mr. Blackhand here, and he will pull out an amulet and hold it up. On the amulet, you'll see a small skull with a scroll held in its mouth that will open, and the scroll will unfurl, and a green mist this will leave the mouth and envelop the head. Several of the spell mages is moved to stop it, but it, the king, knowing this amulet, it seeming he allows it as the head speaks up.
Speak dead. I assume Dobak can tell that's the speak with dead Amy.
Yes.
Yeah. This is gonna get fun real fast.
My liege, you and our associate may ask any question of this head, and it will tell you exactly what happened.
So he's saying I and the king can ask any 3 questions.
5 questions.
Hmm?
5 questions.
Yeah, it's 5 questions now.
Oh, 5 questions. Okay.
Would
Yes, see
no-
up to how many questions you can ask. Don't know why.
Would nobody know any way to tamper with a speak with dead spell?
Give me an arcana.
I'll go ahead. You're gonna have to roll it for me.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Would I know of any way to mess with... Would I
And
know if Modify Memory would affect the results of a Speak with Dead? Let me
that
ask
would
that.
probably be the case.
Yeah,
But I will use my knowledge from a past life skill
yeah.
to add a d6.
Okay. A 22. You would know that Speak with Dead is a deeply intricate spell. You are doing. It's a spell that the Mistress of Ravens has allowed well, to bypass, has all restrictions, and allow you to speak directly with the soul, regardless of where they may be. The only restrictions are reincarnation, in which case the spell will fail.
He'll relay that to the information, but he will.
You would also know with the 22, the spell allows you to speak with someone's soul, and that soul would only know the things that they knew in life.
I have a question. If they had their memory modified in life, would that still affect it?
That's what I asked. Would I know about that?
They would only know what they knew in life.
So Modify Memory is in play.
Very much sounds like it, yes.
Nobody will contact you through your Speak with Dead is a very intricate spell, but the soul will only know what it knows in life, so Modify Memory could still be in play.
I know.
The king
So now comes...
will speak
King, go ahead.
first. Are you Eddard Blackhand? Yes. I have been called such.
I've been called such, he said? Well, this is gonna get fun.
Hmm.
Mm. Then let me test this. What was it that was stolen from the coffers of Rotterdam Hill? The blade of night, whose crossguard it is bejeweled with a fleck of blood from the god of war. This is indeed him.
Okay, question Chiante.
Mm-hmm.
Does modify memory leave a spell trace?
No.
Or is it just completely undetectable? Okay.
The only way to really track it is to see it being cast itself, unless the person has access to do it more subtly.
Yeah, the problem I'm running into is there's two paths we have right now. This is actually Edward Blackhand, and this is just him disposing of an unneeded pawn, or this is a fake that's been dressed up and given the memories.
The thing is I don't think modify memory can go to that extent.
It's only something that took place is within the past 24 hours. Or
Yes, however,
if at a higher level, the most you can go up to, like, you would need like a 9th level spell to be able to modify something beyond a year ago.
the thing is, the two questions that were asked: are you Edward Blackhand, and what was stolen? What was stolen is Zorn could have told him before he murked him.
Here,
And-
then let me clarify that. The king will speak up. The ward guard's thorn, it was not made known that such a thing was stolen, and upon its theft, that the ward god took it back. So the only people that would know of its appearance would be the 5 people that had seen it in life, and the person who stole it.
Yeah. So
Well,
again,
who are the
out
5
again,
people that saw it in live? Because Zoran could have seen it.
yeah,
Or
again,
someone who has access to the memories.
yeah, again, out again, Chiante. If currently, through Dobat's thought, if these 3 people are working together, and Blackhand is actually working with Zoran, Blackhand could have said, "Yeah, he'll fact check you with this fact," and give the fact. He has no reason to keep quiet about it. Now, I may still be going around in circles, and I may be overthinking it, but you kind of gave us the thing of, hey, there may be a lot more at play here. So I have to start considering angles.
He's going to offer you as the accuser a chance.
So give me a moment. I'll go with this way. So question number 3. You stated that Edward Blackhand was one of your names. What else have you been called?
The night thief. The one who steals breaths. The one who makes night eat his cloak and dust his foot of all traces. The sand swimmer. The lord of nothing, but the king of all riches. The 1000th thief. He continues for probably about a good 2 minutes, listing off just various names and monikers that he's had over his lifetime.
And these are all ones that I can that do track back to him, to my knowledge.
It's like, the thing is, it like, yes, is a lot of like all his titles and epithets it seemed to track, but it doesn't really confirm anything additional.
Yeah, okay. And technically it does, Lex. I'm trying to catch out if this is actually Black Hand or not.
The thing is, if it is Black Hand, then this is a question that's you've used the question to try and confirm. The answer doesn't necessarily confirm, as you yourself stated. So
Yeah, well, I was hoping he would pretend. I was hoping that if this was the event of a random person got dressed up, modified memory, given some things, he would still have memory of a name. So I was hoping potentially like the Night Thief, the Sam Bradford.
This is a weird question, but considering that I've kind of worked with the underworld in my past, do any of these names come up as people that I would know and not be the
Black Hand.
the Black Hand?
a couple of the names listed are people that who've taken jobs from secondhand, not necessarily the person that gave you the job, but they gave someone a job and that person passed part of that overall job to you to complete.
Which is not too surprising. He may have used the aliases to assign jobs.
Mm-hmm.
If that is the case. So now again we're on a path of why would he do that?
Give me a history check, Dobat. So going back to something that you've heard.
Advantage or no?
Sure, I'll give you advantage. Because it was said recently, too.
19.
Zoran has stated multiple times throughout the time that you have been with him that he cannot lie. He does not lie. Now, you know that he's capable of, omitting truths. But when he makes a statement, and he does not seem to be able to lie. So him blankly stating that this person is a person
Okay.
In that you can also insight that there's some contract that Zoran is under that it does that to him.
So then the next question is, so everything he said has to be true.
It has to be true to a certain extent.
Correct.
He can't purposely tell a lie.
Okay.
Just straight up ask him, where's Harlequin and what is he doing?
Well, right now the focus is on the head.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a question I want to ask, but if Modify Memory is in play...
There's 2 questions left.
Wait, so this Black Hand guy, he worked with Zoran?
We don't know.
There's I have spun the story that that he was an associate currently, because we found Zoran's crew in the Black Hand hideout.
But we don't know for certain.
We don't know for certain.
You could just ask
I could point
blank
blank
who
it,
if you worked with.
yeah. That was the question, but I'm again hesitant because modified memory may be at play. But I'll go for it. Yeah.
Here's the thing: modified memory can only do so much. And if they were working with Zoran for a really long time, modified memory is not going to erase all that.
Okay. Then the next question will be, all right.
Have you worked with the masked fools?
No, just ask point blank who have you worked with, because then you'll get a whole list.
Yeah. Who have you worked with? Yeah, just who have you worked with?
He will speak on a lot of guilds and nobles and people that he's worked for, and people that he's done jobs for, and like there's someone like just sitting there and writing down on all these names and people that work with this guild. Well, but
Nobody is doing the same thing.
Chaos, chaos, chaos.
But in the full 10 minutes that he speaks, there is never once that he states that he has worked with anyone from Nox.
But did he ever say the masked fools or?
No. Who was it that heard Nissa? Give me a history check.
Take my bonus if you need to.
Yeah, I'm going to need it probably because I'm not trained in history.
Confirm who he is.
Since I'm I'm here, question mark, can I use my cooperative feat to help Nissa?
No, it would have to be you, the person.
It should be.
Here, let me.
I am technically here.
Well, it's
Hold on.
with it. You while you can hear another creature within 120 feet of you who possesses this feat is the wording.
I can hear Nissa, and I'm pretty sure my familiar is in 120 feet of them.
But do they possess the feat? Or do they count as you possessing that feat?
What does it matter? That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, who is this guy? He missed out.
He's the leader of the Thieves Guild, and you guys fought Zoran's crew in that Thieves Guild hideout, and Zoran has now presented his head on a platter to the king.
So nobody has asked, did Zoran take him out? Did Zoran take over the Thieves Guild? How long has he been a part of the Thieves Guild?
That is actually kind of a good question. Is there a new head of the Thieves Guild?
That was going to be one of my questions, but with so few questions. We're on one. We have one left.
That's what I just said. You had 3. You spent 2 of them confirming this guy is who he is.
We're confirming we're not about to get backstabbed by him modifying this dude's memory. We're confirming this is actually him. We're confirming that, Keontae just insulted us last session for being fucking morons. We're double checking.
I didn't know such thing.
Give us a minute to fucking double check. Thanks.
I didn't know such thing.
You did say there was a lot more play that we're thinking of. Yeah. That's why I am so paranoid, because I am now on the spot at this, and I have to be the one to ask the questions through. And I am.
Yeah, you did say, hey, you guys are playing checkers while he's playing
3D chess.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
We're playing with not all the information because it hasn't been all given to us.
Mm-hmm.
so you gotta forgive us a bit if people are very like, okay, well now we gotta really deep dive into this information, and now everything needs to be questioned now because We were just told you guys haven't been questioning things enough.
I mean,
Also, hi, I'm here again.
Yeah, I saw you join.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do I have the last question?
So, fun thing about speak with dead.
I was asking you if I have the last question.
So let's see. The king was going to take the last question. Let me.
So going back to my check, can I get the bonus from both of them?
Yes, I'll let you get the bonus from both.
So double three, so 6.
Yep. And it's just a normal roll, right?
Yes.
Good luck.
Yep.
Nobody's
Oh,
just enjoying the house.
You needed that. Oh, 10.
Oof.
You remember when you guys went into the cafeteria area, you heard the sounds of screaming, the sounds of someone getting tortured coming from that other hallway that you guys didn't go down.
Do the voices sound the same?
The voices match almost perfectly.
Who tortured you?
So okay. Do we
Yeah,
want to
so
ask who
I'll
tortured
relay
you, or-
that. Be like, yeah, they were torturing him while we were there.
So
Okay.
now,
Through the Vine Leak.
does that help or hurt your argument?
Technically, it doesn't really do either.
No, it hurts me. I just said they were working together. Because we found we found them in the Black Hand hideout, and it was the masked
Well,
fools
there
who were
is
there.
one question you can ask them.
The problem is the king is taking the question.
Do you
'Cause,
want to?
the
You can propose a question to him.
Because we all know that he was tortured by him, but why was he tortured by them?
Okay. Your Highness, if I may, what do you plan to ask?
I was just going to simply ask how he died.
Do we agree with that or no?
Well, it still kind of goes into why were they torturing him.
Well, that's
What?
the thing is how someone dies isn't the same as why someone dies.
True. We
I
want to
can
know
get
why.
hit by a car, but that doesn't tell me that the person driving the car was intentionally trying to run me over. It was just says
Okay,
that
I've got
thing
it then.
happened.
How did you die?
Yeah. If I may, Your Highness, I propose, why were you killed?
I know it's a kind of obvious answer, but let's add some context on this.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Well, actually, I'll explain it in game. Because if he was indeed alive, why not present him to you alive? Unless there was maybe a bit more at play.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's gonna be my spin.
You hear nobody's quiet chuckle in the back of your mind.
In Dobad's vision, alignment chart appears slightly more towards chaotic neutral.
Nissa, you notice Zoran's eye twitches.
Yeah, that worked. If the king goes along with it.
Yeah, so that is gonna be Dobad's proposal. And his explanation as to why you would suggest that instead.
That seems like that seems like a good proposal. Well, I don't see it'll still get us the same information. Right. Edward Black, why were you killed? My services were of no more use.
And that's the end of his answer. Oh.
Yes. Yes.
My services were no longer of use. I wonder to who. And this is being stated out loud. Again, why? If this was if you had him in your possession and you were working as you say you had to take down the Black Hand, why not present him to His Highness like I presented the Prince? Surely such a Who left?
Did leave.
Alexis.
Surely presenting such a prize at the banquet like this would have garnered you more favor. And you would have allowed the kingdom to question him alive, rather than this head with a single spell.
It's unfortunate that you still will seek to place the blame on me and my kingdom. The Noxians did a very thorough job of gathering information, and he is still very useful. He can be probed for information in at least once every 10 days. All his information is readily available.
Then I will ask you.
We have a comprehensive list of all the information we were able to garner from him before he passed on. It was not our particular wish that he should die, but he chose death above of being brought in alive.
And yet his statement was, my services were no longer needed. Not, I chose death before dishonor. Or something to that vein. But I won't belabor that point, as you have now brought up another point. The princess is Harim, right?
Yes.
You stated that Heaven is one of your known associates. You stated such earlier.
Yeah, just save the pit. Everything else gets thrown away.
Dobat will kind of sweep his hand over towards Harim. Harim, would you kindly stand?
Sir? She'll say, but in your brain, she'll be like, what are you doing? I don't think this is a good idea right now.
Don't worry, I just need you to help me confirm stuff and reply in her head. Harim, would you kindly state your name and your title? Like going for a princess or a prince of the kingdom.
I'm Princess Harim Arun of Arun. At the time, I was working as the captain of the Outguard.
Yes. While my crew was passing through your land, weren't you dealing with a rather unusual situation?
Yes, as we had a husk problem in our city.
Thank you. And do you remember what the final report of that situation was? So, out of game, I believe it was all reported what happened in the catacombs.
Yeah, and she was literally there.
The the cultist is had gathered their numerous husks under the city, and he performed a ritual to strengthen them and call more to the city, including a very dangerous well, undead troll that it it, it roams our area.
Thank you. And do you remember who was leading them?
There
Out of
was
game. I think it was Kevin was leading them, right?
Yep.
Kevin is there. You didn't see him particularly do anything leader like, but he did participate in sort of being there and talking. He did talk to you guys like he was like doing something as part of that group, and that you guys sort of messed up what he was working on.
Yeah, I may then out of game. I'll rephrase that to point to. Do you remember who one of the cultists was who escaped?
The only escapee was a person named Kevin Ashton. The shadow user works for the country of Nox. But he's not directly a official, so his actions aren't really can't really do a ton towards the country itself for the actions of one of its citizens.
Of course. And I will say I do not intend to blame Nox as a whole. I intend to place the blame solely on the people responsible for this action. I do not even intend to smear the princess's good name if she is not a part of this. Only the masked fools. And of course, I do have one more question directly for you, Zoran. I count 2 people missing. Actually, wait, no, out of game. It's Harlequin and the bartender, or is Harlequin the bartender?
No,
Harlequin is the bartender, theoretically.
Yeah, so I'll say I'll count 1 missing. Where's
Well,
dear
technically
old...
2.
Well,
If we have 1.
well, blah. I count 2 missing from your ranks. Where's dear old Harlequin? The bard who happens to know how to spike drinks.
My friend Harlequin was unable to attend the party as a guest due to their appearance and the fact that we could not wear masks. They're quite shy about their outward appearance, so they stayed back at the hotel room.
Did they join as a staff?
Yeah, I'm trying to say. You sure that they didn't appear as a guest, but did they perhaps join as a bartender? Perhaps one of the out of game. I think it was gnome was what her race was.
Yes, they seem to be a gnome.
Perhaps one of the gnome bartenders.
It would be
Gave the
it would be bold of you to assume just because just because my friend is of a shorter race that they were
He's deflecting.
that they were part of this. Why they're not just they're short, but they're not a gnome. They're merely.
I did say perhaps, but you did not answer the question. And I know you cannot lie. So, Zoran, they did not appear as a guest, but did they appear as a bartender and spike the prince's drink?
The king will look concerned and ask, "What's going on?"
Your Highness, I'm sad to admit that this is the way I have to proceed. But it appears that your son's memory has been modified. There were no Black Hand down there. There were only the Masked Fools.
I'm going to need it on more evidence than this conversation. Yeah.
And that is why I am simply attempting to get the truth from one who cannot lie. But he seems to be dodging the question entirely. Of course, if you wish, I will happily give myself to any probing inquisition. I will even submit to myself to a zone of truth if you wish. I have nothing to hide.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There are some things you probably need to hide, but you do you.
At this point, Dobat is quite literally willing to go down with this ship.
I see. Then we will have an investigation, and it's hard for me to believe that Zoran, who's been a staunch ally in these past weeks, has some unseen plan or something going on. And
while all this is going on, I just want to note that Pakari will be keeping a close eye on all other staff members that aren't, allied with them.
Yeah. I mean, hey, at the very least, Dobat has now gotten the ball rolling and has made things a little difficult. That I'm guessing there's no way I can win this outright.
I'm actually going to have one of my cult members try to find Harlequin and keep an eye.
Yeah. Because, hey, Dobat's now got it out there that a modified memory may be at play, and he is willing to submit himself to whatever is necessary. I do have one more
card that we could play.
I have a card. Yeah, I have a card I could play, but I don't want to play it. So what's your card?
You remember the guard that told nobody and I keep forgetting Kiari's character's name. Mana. That they were kidnapped and gave a description of the kidnappers. As long as we could get to him before his memory is modified. And...
Oh, he's probably already gone. If he's around, sure. If not, he has probably already been dealt with.
We can probably cover that after they've started the investigation and keep an eye on them.
Yeah. The card I have at play is the curse mark.
Yeah.
Because I could say, are you sure? After all, he has one of these. But I think I'll hold that card. Right now, I've already gotten the ball rolling, and I'm kind of ruining his reputation as it is. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything more I can do from this point, because he's refusing to answer.
It would also be dangerous to associate the curse mark with malpractice, considering how many of you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think everyone still has it. He's gonna be leaving the party aside from Lex's character.
I think nobody is the only one. I don't remember if Lex kept hers.
Adarpi does still have her curse mark currently.
I have mine, and Nissa had. Yeah,
Nissa-
Nissa. Yeah, so
Wait,
there's
I
just
thought
four of
Adarpi
us.
never got it.
No, you guys got it because y'all took something. Bakari was the only person to never get it because she never even took anything.
Yeah. So some of us got it for the training, some of us got it for taking cursed objects.
And nobody only took it for research purposes.
Yeah. So yeah. We'll leave it at that because I'm assuming there's not much more I can play Keontae.
Zoran will like say a closing statement. I understand, and that you and your friends have gone through a lot, and that in the coming days is that when combat starts back up, you wish to sort of make a name for yourselves, those here. But me and my crew simply are here to help deal with the malcontents on the inside.
So what's the inside? You consider? What do you consider the inside to be?
I think Dobat's already given his closing statement here.
It's at this point that the Princess Nox will stand. And I think that's all well and good at Zoran. I grow weary of these accusations.
Can I insight her?
You may.
I'm gonna inspo that.
I'm tempted to incite her as well.
13.
You can't read anything from her voice, and she's wearing a mask, so it's kind of hard to decipher how she's feeling.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
okay.
incite as well.
So everyone else is more likely to have a mask but her.
Yeah.
Well, I think hers might be a
And
normal
everybody's rolling low
masquerade
tonight.
mask. Because no matter what, I have now associated Zoran with someone who has actively caused problems for a kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And I have started the ball of, hey, the prince's memory may have been altered. So, whatever happens from there, I've got the ball rolling as best I can. I'd say that was about the best I could do with the situation.
Lord Erbedeezer, I will retire to my quarters. Thank you for the wonderful banquet. Though I suspect, Nick, that there are guests of yours that have some ill tidings towards me and my kingdom. Know that it will not affect our standing.
Once again, we've never once established that we were against Nox, just the maskfuls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you also have to remember that they're the representatives of the kingdom this far inland, and she's actively being guarded by them while she's in the city.
Which is why Dobat spun it as, I don't intend to even hold it against the princess. The way he said it.
But
she will get up, not having touched any of the food, and will retire to her quarters. There's with Kevin, Brigella, and Colin Mina following in closely behind her.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
In the course of the night, did she drink any other drinks?
See, you didn't see her drink or eat anything.
I think someone saw her get a drink and put it aside.
Mm-hmm. And
But
even at the bar, she he kept getting drinks placed by her, but she never drank anything.
I suspect puppet or undead. I should know.
And even further back, like a Darpy would remember passing by her in the street a long time ago, where she had like a she had a kebab, but she hadn't eaten any of it. And a Darpy had almost ran into her. There there may be something in that. She keeps having food but not eating it, having drinks but not drinking them.
Yeah.
Weird question. Do we know what race she's supposed to be?
You know that the noble family in Nox are Shadow Kai. They're shadow elves.
So theoretically still need to eat and drink.
And you also know that she has been lauded as a hero. So she like a capital H hero.
Yeah, so like one of the heroes.
So
which is gonna make things.
She has a lot of pull. One based off of her strength, and two based off of just her title and presence alone.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask bluntly, Keontae, was that about the best we could do there?
That's about the best you can do. Definitely not the worst you can do. The worst you could have done, then you guys would end up being detained in. But that was about the best you could do. There are ways you could have gotten more out of it.
Yeah, but I'm guessing we just couldn't see the paths yet.
Yeah, there were more paths when it came to the Speak with Dead than what you took. But I understand being cautious as well with how things shook out with last session.
Yeah. Especially because, again, modify memories at play, and Speak with Dead means... Yeah. Because the first two... If I had all 5 questions, I could have asked more, but the first 2 questions more or less gave me the idea of... He answered with, I have been called that. That is my name.
I mean, you have to think there's a difference between names that you're given and names that you are called. Like, you're born, and when you're born, you're given a name. But there are things that people call you that aren't necessarily your name. So...
Yeah. It's just that threw me off, and then the check of who only a few people knew about this. Okay, if they were working with it, this could still be some random merc who was told, "Hey, I stole this. Now die." So I was like, eh.
But at least nobody has now got a list of a lot of Black Hand accomplices that may need protection under a new cult after being outed like this.
or perhaps some fresh targets.
Oh, of course.
I mean, hey, at the very least, Dobat has gotten everybody something and has cast some doubt on Zoran's crew. I probably could have ended that better, but at the same time, it was like, there's no other way to go about it at this point. I have to play it the straight game of, there's a modified memory in play. I have to play that. It's the only way I could see forward.
Alright. The rest of the banquet would be pretty quiet. More gifts would be given to the king. The prince will hang out near the king, and like there's some royal mages. It's like just fussing over him, trying to corroborate without your story, and like towards the end of the banquet, when a lot of the vestigial nobles have left, that Zorn and Zorn will get up and we'll walk around the tables towards you guys.
And
Okay.
He's here to
Oh, look
apologize.
who's coming to gloat.
No, no gloating. There's no joy.
Oh, he heard me?
What were you saying,
I
Matt?
thought he heard me.
He's not. Nobody isn't there.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
nobody's not.
Sorry.
I just said that as a warning to everyone in their minds.
Yeah.
My good friends. And it seems we found ourselves on opposite sides of talks once again.
Well, can you blame us?
I'm surprised Picari isn't in the kitchen. If she had made this meal, it would have been to die for.
Out of game, wasn't she?
She was not.
Didn't cook any of it.
No, she was a
Oh,
She was just
waiter.
a server.
Okay, waiter.
Yep.
Yeah.
I assume since
Yeah.
I don't recognize he's most of the staff, they were that you guys had some hand in that.
I have no idea what you are referring to.
Yeah, most of the waiters were not us.
Yeah, but after all, we had very little hand in the staff.
Quite.
Actually, you could have said we had no hand in it because you weren't a part of us sneaking in.
Yeah, we didn't even know. So as far as we know, yeah, no, we didn't had no.
Oh, well, then if that was the if Nobad didn't know, then the response would have been, yeah, we had no hand in it.
I'm pretty sure the only people who knew in the party was nobody, Mana, and Picari.
Then yeah, it would. Then he would have said it that way. He would have said, yeah, we had no hand in the.
You would have just recognized Picari and Mana as the night went on if you saw us.
Well, I knew
Nope.
Picari. I didn't know you.
Oh
Because
right, you
I-
weren't there when we almost beat this kobold to death.
Correct. I clocked Picari spiking the drink. Which, oh, that would have been amusing.
That must have been quite the way to learn that she's there.
Well, it's,
Yep.
well, so I'm gonna say this completely out of game. I could have absolutely thrown you under the bus to prove that it was possible to spike the prince's drink.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't.
Well, I didn't think about it until just now. I'm like, huh? After all, Your Highness, your drink has been spiked.
The way you would have gotten Picari executed.
Oh yeah,
And how
Picari
you
would have
would have
been.
gotten the ire of most of everyone in the party.
Oh yeah, no, that would be a move of I am burning every bridge and getting out of Dodge. But yeah.
You're lucky your soul's not with you.
But at a game, that would be one. That would be one
But
surefire way
your
to say.
mind is still here.
Yeah, that would have been one surefire way to say, hey, this could have happened. After all, you've been spiked. Nah. See, if this was the case, Delvat would have said we had no hand in it.
Alright.
Yeah, they kind of acted on their own. We had no hand in it.
Zoran will reach out his hand to you, Dobat. To a witty joust, and may there be more in our future.
Delvat will respectfully shake the hand. To a witty joust, and may the truth prevail.
I will say, hey, you would make a good Zani.
Ew.
Ew, indeed.
Zani was out of game.
Sister.
The one that was possessive
okay.
over him.
Not,
Take Zoran for a rabbit, man.
I don't know about that. I think he just meant like he thinks he would be a powerful tool.
Yeah, I'd be a great replacement without not power but just intellect. Because he's again, I was kind of the center of that to him. Like he did not know there was a telepathy network. He did not know there were more eyes on him than that.
As far as we know.
But yeah, I guess now that I think about it, the only people he would have sensed in the party would have been Nissa and Delbat and Adarpi.
Which we were all out on the floor.
Which were all had invitations, so.
And I assume he will then step out.
Like, he will nod toward Nissa, and he will, like, he'll go over towards Adarpi, like he was gonna shake her hand, and
See who she's with.
then he'll sort of half hold his hand out, trying to see if Adarpi's going to, shake his hand. Yes.
We can't hear her, by the way. She's been muted this entire time.
It's not. When it gets to like an awkward amount of time, and he'll just say, "Hey, I hope your sister does well, wherever she might be."
Gross.
And he will walk off as the Darp. It gives him the most nonchalant, flat face that a cow person can give.
Oh, okay.
Dang, not even a flip off?
Well, we're at a
Not
good
even
part.
worth. He's in Adarpi's eyes. He's not even worth all that. Not after
He's not even worth-
what he's
Snap,
done.
snap, snap.
Not even worth being angry at.
I gotta say, Chianti, being part of these little bits of political intrigue twice now, in between both games, has been a bit exhausting.
That's the fun of political campaigns. I can write more. I'm good at writing this kind of thing.
Well, the thing is this campaign didn't start out as a political campaign. We
No,
kind of just
this
got
is-
pulled into it.
No, this is the only arc that would be kind of like this.
Political.
Everything else is more, exploring, trying to discover the history of things kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm just referring to both this and then the trial of I've already forgotten the previous campaign.
The candy trial.
No, the
Or-
trial of the mad scientist.
Yeah.
When Kiari's character nearly caused doomsday.
Elena's child.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I
But
forgot
then
the
I almost
character
called
name.
Doomsday.
you mean nobody? Nobody starting a trial in his head.
No, I
I
think he's
am
talking
quite literally
about.
I'm referring to back in the previous campaign,
Oh, got you.
Titans and Tabernacles. When
Where he got
Kiari's
framed
character,
for making a super weapon.
yeah,
Where I threw him under the bus so hard, so quick, because my character just started that campaign.
Yep,
Yep.
that trial, I was up for a lot of it because I was also a very charismatic character over there because Blood Ranger.
But
Oh,
what are you guys gonna do? The banquet's pretty much over.
I'm gonna go
at
home.
this, and that's it. At this
I'm
point,
tempted
Dobat
to
will give up.
eavesdrop on all the conversations that.
Well, actually, Dobat is gonna ask a simple question, and he's gonna ask it to the king and the prince. For this Inquisition, would you like me to stay anywhere in particular?
There's nowhere in this city or in its immediate area that you can't go and we can't find you.
Very well.
Go about your
Leaving the
business.
city.
Go
You
about your
sure about
business.
that?
This as normal.
It seems like the Thieves Guild hid themselves well enough from y'all.
Very well. Then I do apologize for derailing this so poorly. I do hope you enjoy the night.
What's a scoff day without a little bit of excitement, I guess?
Touche. But
Well,
again,
it is weird that we haven't heard from the Argentians.
do I recognize that name?
That's the enemies
Yeah, the other group.
that they're fighting the war with,
Quote unquote.
quote unquote. Yeah,
Interesting.
that no one knows why it's going on.
Yeah, okay. Very well. But still, Your Highness, do have a good evening.
What?
And Dobat will excuse himself.
Nobody will just command his cult members to listen into the conversations as the crowd dies down, and once everyone has left, he'll command them to come back. Discreetly, of course, to make sure there's no one following them.
You guys have your rooms in the palace that were arranged by Harim, if you guys wish to use them. Otherwise, there's the wagon and nobody's tent that you guys could utilize.
I will stay with the palace.
Actually, it's a good question. Everything has happened in the span of the day. Does the other people in the party even know about the tent?
Nope.
They don't know that you've moved it. They
Nope.
know that Monner went to go move the wagon, and
So,
Which
but
is
either
where I'm going to be posted up for the night to make sure that we don't have a re-kidnapping.
yeah, I am gonna go. Dobat's basically gonna go, and he is just gonna collapse. This has been a bit too much excitement for him.
Nobody. Well, once everyone gets back to the tent, he'll go over with them of what secrets or what information they got on whether or not we could try to break out the other two that are in prison, or just any information that we can use against the nobles. but during the night, he is going to break out the red thread and start trying to see if he can find that connection he found with the serpent staffs and the curse marks.
Okay.
Oh, if you're gonna be working on that, then I'll help.
Yeah, I'm going to help with the curse mark part at least.
I'll do it in once I know the tent is safe. I'll do it with you inside the cart, knowing that you want to keep an eye on Charles.
Oh no, yes. Well,
The tent's probably the safest place for him because the
Well,
tent it seals off prying eyes.
Oh, that's right. I'm probably shouldn't. You're right. You were literally warned I should not leave my domain tonight.
Yep.
Yep.
So
I think the best bet for all of us is going into that tent.
actually, wait.
Well-
It's a tent, right?
Mm-hmm.
it's like
How big is
a pavilion tent, isn't it?
Yeah, it's big enough to fit about 20 people in.
I kind of see it as
it's
like a
the-
circus tent.
Is the whole crew staying there? Like, is the whole crew of
No.
cultists staying there tonight?
Oh.
Yeah, they are pretty much. They spot like couple of weird looking people in the area, and like one of them describes this 10-foot tall guy with copper skin, and then that was walking around asking people questions, and they sort of avoided them.
Okay, so probably not enough room to fit all those people. Actually, wait. Would anybody be mad if we invited some of our cultists for a sleepover in the cart?
Again, I'm at the castle. You do whatever.
They would probably not enjoy that. There's only 8 rooms in the cart anyway.
The tent should be plenty enough for the cultists.
The reason why I was asking was because if more of them were in the cart, then I could just pull the cart into the tent.
The
Oh, that's-
cart, the
Isn't
cart,
that extra dimensional space into an extra dimensional space?
No, the tent is the same size on the outside as it is on the inside, but
It's just,
the wagon is a little big to fit inside the tent. The tent's a little too short for it.
Dang.
we could just do like park it like basically where it's touching the tent and just have it the covers pulled up a bit.
Yeah, I'll just have the entrance to the cart, the main entrance to the cart, exit out into the tent.
And I guess we'll try our best to camouflage the tent, the tent and the cart. But yeah,
Right, you're delving the mysteries of what's the deal with these snake staffs.
I am gonna go get some water.
What's Picari going to do?
Would Picari like to help unravel ancient secrets long buried?
We already got 3 people doing it. What's one more,
Okay.
right?
it is regarding the Age of Gods tech. I know that might be of interest to you if you'd like to join us.
So, weird question. Is Picari's staff one of the snake staffs?
No, it's not safe to put saying.
It is ancient god tech for as far as we know.
So it could still be
Or
related.
Age of Gods tech, that's what I mean to say.
I mean, it might have similar manufacturers, but the core function is different.
But I'm just saying, learning about one could give insight into the other.
Oh no, that's what we're in agreement on.
Yeah, that's why nobody is inviting them.
Yep.
Oh, she's
Oh.
Right, I'm back.
hi. We were literally talking to you.
What's going on?
She was away from the computer.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. We
No.
were just trying to see if what Picari was going to do after the banquet.
And nobody Nobody invited.
Go ahead, Nick. Sorry.
Sorry. Nobody invited Picari back to the tent since what they're going to be discussing is Age of Gods tech, which he knows is something of interest to you.
Oh yeah, she'd go then. She'd go to the tent with y'all.
Because nobody discovered a connection between the Age of Gods tech staffs and the curse marks. So finding that connection could breathe insight to your artifact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'd go.
Yeah, Nissa's going as well, as I said, because she doesn't want the same outcome as our rabbit friend.
Alright. When you guys get there, you who find Kersey the Curse Mark, as played by Seth. Go.
What's Kersey the Curse Mark?
Good question.
Well, boy, howdy, I don't think you should look into this.
I would be fine with this if you would tell me before the game started, man.
Foiled again by my poor planning.
I get it now. The curse marks are sentient.
Yep.
No, just Kersey. Kersey is the worst curse mark because he can't not swear.
So he just swears all the time?
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes him different from a regular curse mark. Otherwise, he's just a level 1 curse mark.
But yeah, basically, bullet points of what nobody's doing is while he's discussing these things with the party members that are there, to get a little privacy, he'll have the cult members basically, for at least a little bit of the night, make a dossier of what they've gathered from the party.
Right. Then, who else then did? So that's Dobas thing. Would a Dorothy stay at the castle, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the Dorothy staying at the castle. Oh, I would assume that a Dorothy would help Hareen get her room all back in order.
Of course, definitely. What?
Make sure there's.
I would help
Face whale.
Keontae.
Yes, rearranging furniture in Hareen's room.
I'm not moving her out like it's friend treatment.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta make sure the feng shui is just right.
Anyway.
Who wouldn't want to stay in a castle at night? You know, we've been sleeping in carts and in the sand and places.
Hey, that card's pretty nice though.
I mean, the
Yeah, this cart was fit for the Pope.
But this is
Pretty
a castle.
much.
This is the first
Everyone else
castle you
Pope
guys
has
have
more
stayed
money
at.
than any royalty.
Who wouldn't want to stay in a castle?
Right.
Oh, well, never mind. They would.
So you guys get a nice, good, half a long wish. That's because at midnight there's a shrieking sound going throughout the entire city. You would look out the windows, and see a simmering, not really dome, but sort of like mass of bubbles that surrounds the city and the outlying areas, as there's a beam of blood red light it like throwing itself against the side of the bubble closest to where the obelisk is.
Well, I think we now know what the what was the other group again?
The
We're up
Argent.
to.
or something like
Yeah, the
that.
Argentians were up to.
Quote
Oh.
unquote the Argentines.
It's
Yep.
Clockwise, what time would this be?
What? I didn't hear what you said.
It was midnight.
Time-wise, what time would it be?
It's right at midnight, like right 11:59 and .59.
So literally right as Scoff Day ended.
Yes.
So right as the
You w-
truce would have lifted.
Yeah, you would assume that they fired it at this precise. Why does this obelisk have googly eyes at the top? No, wait, that's the Washington Monument. Don't at me.
Googly eyes on it.
From this angle, it looks like it has googly eyes.
I probably shouldn't take the sticker off.
I'm
Oh.
going to make note that because I can see it, that they technically broke the treaty. I'm sorry, 1159.59 is still during the treaty, so therefore they broke
They
it.
wanted that scoff day boost for the first hit.
Well,
But you can
for
see.
y'all, I only need 4 hours.
Technically, in
Ha,
other
ha, ha.
places, it wouldn't be 11:59. It'd just be midnight.
Um,
So would it really matter?
I
So
don't know
I
if
have-
they. I don't know if they care about time zones as much.
They should. We have to
I didn't account for time zones in my world building.
think about it next
So,
time.
Well, now that you've put the idea in my head, now I have to think about it. And now it's going to be in the back of my mind, and I'm going to subconsciously or consciously come up with a whole time zone system, because you guys are more than 50 or 60 miles away from Goldport, and so you would technically be in a different time zone than Goldport.
But that means
Wait,
we have to
so
do
it's
math.
coming from Goldberg?
No, I'm just she said something about time zones, so now I'm thinking about time zones.
Yeah,
You
it'd be
haven't been doing time
hilarious
zones
if
this
there was
whole
an entire
time?
faux pas here.
So this attack
because
doesn't come from
They're
Goldport.
technically in different
That's what
time
you're
zones.
saying.
If they were just if Argentium is
Can we tell what direction the attack comes from?
yes, it's coming from the east. He's from the
Yes.
direction of Argentium.
It's actually 1 o'clock in Argentium, and it's just midnight here because of the time zone.
There's no way they wouldn't account for
Or
that
it's
in the treaty, though.
12:59 there.
No, that's
and
just
it's
the consistent.
11:59
You know,
here.
you know what it would be. It would be that they would count, because everyone based midnight off of when the child moon is the highest point in the sky. They could.
But would they also account for the speed of that whatever to get from there to us?
Maybe the laser's moving faster than they anticipated by a millisecond.
What's going on here? Why are we talking about lasers?
It seems like somebody upgraded the laser yesterday, and they didn't let everyone know, so the laser fired a point second faster.
Okay,
Mhm.
what
And now they're
laser?
breaking a treaty.
Alright, so it's midnight, and you guys are all awoken to the sound of loud shrieking as when you look outside, the protective is shield on the city that is projected by the giant obelisk in the middle of the city. He is currently being assaulted by a giant red laser.
Oh,
You know, I've seen a boat do that before, and it wasn't very effective, so we can probably just go to bed.
Big cat. No, you cannot.
Mhm.
Dobat looks at it, assumes he's hallucinating because he is tired, and goes back to sleep.
Mm.
She just said the same thing to me. That's so rude.
But what if
Well-
it breaks the shield, though?
I
It
think
means
that's
If
the
it breaks,
point.
the shield protects the city from outside influence of spells and other things. Things without the shield, well, um, the city could be bombarded by like any number of large scale spells. Like someone could cast tidal wave and wipe out a good portion of the lower city.
oh, okay.
Well,
Does it
aren't
look like
we
it's
in
doing
quite
damage to
fickle?
the shield?
It is currently cracking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's overloading the shield, guys.
Well, we have a bit of an issue.
Is it still?
We were
going?
warned not to leave until morning.
Is it still going?
The laser is still firing. It's just slowly getting smaller. It's like
Can I throw my mirror up there?
500
question,
feet
can
in
we
the
get-
sky.
Can I send Bennu up there with the mirror to redirect the laser
Oh my goodness.
back at them? It's a really good mirror. I don't
Your
want to have
So,
all
I
the
have-
money that I used on
So
getting
the
it.
question I have to ask is
Put
if
it
our
to
characters would
use.
know that you can reflect a laser like that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us have got a magnifying glass at some
He is a
point.
spirit animal. I would hope that he was intelligent enough to know this.
Alright. Here, I'll give it to you on a percentile. Come here.
Oh, man.
Roll the dice.
No. Both of these?
Yes, they give it's a 1 to 100. Hit on a 90 or higher. I'll say that you can do something.
They could do something.
On a 95 or higher, you can do a
I
lot
got
of
an
things.
81.
81.
So close.
If
Um,
I just turned this one, I would have an 89. I have an 81.
But you guys watch. Let me roll for the king. Did he open his present? Yes, he opened his present. And just
Uh-oh.
as the shield is about to shatter, here, Erbedizer will go out on his balcony. He in his night robe with his peg leg off because he doesn't sleep in his peg leg.
It'd be uncomfortable.
Yeah, it'd be very uncomfortable. So he raises up the tiny something in his hand that glows brightly, and the obelisk resonates with it and shoots a beam into the air that bends the red beam enough that it's no longer hitting the protective bubble of the city.
That's not cool.
Okay, cool. Good night.
Mm-hmm.
On this night,
Hmm.
World
That
War
wasn't
decay.
something that I did. Why did I roll?
I don't know. Adarpi feels distinctly responsible for every bad
Everything.
thing that's currently happening for some reason.
don't. I'm just here.
I mean, look, you can
Adarpi's
still send Bennu up there. Maybe the beam only works if it continuously hits the same target. So if Bennu
Well-
flies in front of it,
Oh, there's
It-
no need
the
to
nano-
anymore.
Right in front of it.
the nanosecond he'll be alive will be enough to break the beam stride.
Well, it's already
There-
not hitting
Mhm.
the shields. There's no reason for me to have to do more.
Yeah,
I just
that's
was
it.
suggesting utilizing the beautiful mirror that I purchased earlier.
You need a big enough mirror, and I don't think that mirror is big enough.
Ooh. It
That's
wouldn't
physics.
Bounce back the sun's rays. Why can't we
Yeah,
bounce back
this is
the
a condensed
laser?
beam.
Well, it's
Mhm.
dying.
And it's
You guys will watch as the beam peters out into who essentially he just a tiny streak in the sky before it disappears altogether. That
And then
those few tense minutes.
I'm curious if someone tries to do a follow-up.
We're leaving here like in the morning anyway, so we have no care of this city.
With this, you know that the war is back on, and from tomorrow onwards, fighting will continue.
Does that also likely mean that that investigations will kind of not happen?
It will. It won't have the full power and authority of the city's government behind it, as it would in a time of continued peace.
So what I'm gonna do, I have a sending stone. Well played.
Nothing was played on my end.
Oh. Well then.
In a game of gods and monsters, everyone's a monster.
Hey,
Eh.
I'm okay with it.
On that, I can agree.
That's it. I can't argue with you there. Oh well. Good night.
I'll see you tomorrow.
You say what, Mom?
No, you hang up first.
No, I already hung up.
I know. Not Yuki.
Good night.
Is this thing still on?
Good night, my little bunny boy.
I mean, if you want me to join out again, if you want me to join Zoran's crew, I can do that. That was
I
part of the
don't
plan.
know.
No, you don't need to join Zoran. Because if you don't join Zoran, then he'll be too distracted by yearning.
Except he will then follow us to the end of the earth. But yeah, well, I'll have what?
Follow you till the end of the earth.
Yeah, I'll effectively have a yandere after me now, which is concerning to say the least. But whatever. You know, out of game outright, I assumed he just said, "Okay, we're about to get investigated. Fire the death laser."
I would like to be wanted. Makes me feel special.
Oh my.
Somebody say
Honestly, that's
so.
what I assumed happening because the timing is a little too coincidental.
I mean, the king has been mentioning the entire day that he's surprised that the Arcadians hadn't done anything. He mentioned it at the parade.
I know.
I
know, but it's still also the attack style of it. It's like big ol' attack coinciding with, oh hey, we just so happen to be starting an investigation that may change the course of a good bit of politics. So of course Dobat's first thing is, oh, Zoran's playing a game again.
No, it just happened that, hey, we're starting the war back up now that the truce is over.
Zoran has his fingers in a lot of pies, but he doesn't have his fingers in every pie.
Yeah, it's hard to tell which ones he does and doesn't, but now I know he doesn't have it in this one.
As far as I know.
Well, at least according to this one. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yep.
With that, with the war back on, that's where we'll